Hello everyone and welcome to today's video. Today I'm doing my final 2022 United States Senate election prediction. The election is tomorrow. Make sure everyone goes out and vote. So this is my final election prediction. I'm going to start off with the states I consider as safe, and then I'll go more in depth in the remaining states that are left. The state of Oregon I believe will be safe. California will be safe. Hawaii. The state of Idaho will be safe for the Republicans. The state of Alaska, I think, will be a safe Republican seat. I do think Lisa Murkowski will probably hold on for right now, but I still think it's going to be a Republican, no doubt. Both Dakotas will be safe. Kansas will be safe. Oklahoma. The Senate races will be safe. The governor's race is a little more contentious, but right now we have Oklahoma's both being safe. Missouri, Arkansas, Louisiana will be safe. I think Iowa will be safe with Chuck Grassley. Illinois will be safe for Tammy Duckworth. Indiana and Kentucky will be safe. South Carolina, I think, will be safe, as will Georgia. The state of Maryland will be safe. Connecticut will be safe. New York and Vermont will be safe. See, these are all the safe seats that I don't think will be too competitive on election night. 44 for the Republicans, 44 for the Democrats. Starting off with the state of Utah, I have Utah barely in the likely Republican column. I think a margin of victory of about 9.5%, so just enough to put it in the likely column, I think is how Utah is going to go. The state of Washington, same thing. I think it's going to be in likely, probably around 9.5%, still closer than what a usual election would be in Washington State, but I do think Washington State will be a likely Democratic win. Now we have the state of Colorado. I do think Michael Bennett's going to win in the likely column. I think Joe O'Dea will probably lose by about 9 percentage points or so, maybe 8 or 9. A lot of Republican candidates have received a polling bump. He is one of the few that haven't. So I'm putting Colorado in the likely column for now. And this will be my final prediction for election night, so not for now. Colorado will be likely. Ohio, I have the likely column. A few polls have come out showing J.D. Vance polling much similar to former President Trump than, say, I don't know, maybe Josh Mandel in 2012. I don't know. Either way, it's Ohio, likely Republican seat. J.D. Vance is starting to rebound a bit. Republicans 46, Democrats 46. Marco Rubio in Florida. I don't think this is in lean anymore. I think this is unlikely. Rubio's going to win. I'm going to say around 6 to 7 points victory. I think Ron DeSantis and Marco Rubio, I think, are going to perform very well on election night. Republicans have 47. Democrats have 46. The remaining seats are all very, very close and can be won by either party. The state of Wisconsin, actually, I'm going to put Wisconsin in the likely column. I've had it in the lean column in the past, but Ron Johnson has been polling very well. I think he'll win by about 5 to 6 percentage points, just enough to put it in likely. Republicans 48, Democrats 46. State of North Carolina, Ted Budd, about 4% victory I have him by, so just barely in the lean column. I think Ted Budd will win this seat, put it in the lean. 49 Republicans, 46 Democrats. The state of Georgia, I do think Georgia's going to go to a runoff, so I'm actually going to leave it for last. But now we go to the state of Nevada, where I'm going to have Adam Laxalt narrowly winning this race. I have Adam Laxalt winning in the state of Nevada by about 3 or 4 percentage points or so. The state of Arizona, this one is going to be a shocker to many. I have Arizona tilt Republican at this time. I think Blake Masters is starting to poll a little bit better. Mark Kelly's been going down. A lot of undecided votes left. The Libertarian candidate dropping out. I think there are a lot of subtle things moving in Blake Masters' direction, as well as Kari Lake likely winning the governor's race. Maybe that'll bring Masters across the finish line. Arizona is going to narrowly go for Blake Masters. Pennsylvania, Dr. Oz, I have narrowly defeating John Fetterman. I think Dr. Oz is going to be able to eke out a victory. I think that the polls have just moved all against Fetterman. The debate did him no favors whatsoever. I think Dr. Oz is going to be able to win this race. Probably less than 2%, maybe 1.5 percentage points, but I do think Pennsylvania is going to go for Dr. Oz when all things are said and done. 2 states left, Georgia and New Hampshire. New Hampshire, polls have gotten increasingly tight. Anything is possible. I'm putting it in the tilt Republican column. It's something that I did not think was going to happen a few months ago, but the polls have been a lot better for Dawn Bolduc. Maggie Hassan has not been performing well. In the polls, she's under, I believe, at 47%. And, I think Dawn Bolduc is going to be the surprise that everyone goes, how did this happen? How did we miss this? I think he's going to end up winning on election night, and it's going to be a big surprise. I do think Dawn Bolduc will beat Maggie Hassan and win the Senate seat. And now the state of Georgia. Herschel Walker's been dogged down by scandals. His polls have rebounded. I think this race will go to a runoff, and I think Herschel Walker is actually going to narrowly eke this one out. The polls have rebounded a lot for him. I don't think Raphael Warnock is as popular as when he won last year or 2 years ago now. I just think the map is breaking the Republicans' direction. 2 weeks ago, if I did this, it might have been 51-49 for the Republicans or 50-50 Democratic majority, but this is all broken for the Republicans in the last few days, and I think Republicans are going to have a very good night on election night. Now, this map is either going to age incredibly well or incredibly poorly. I think if Republicans do well on election night, this is probably the best they can do. Even if Republicans have their best night, I don't think Colorado flips. I don't think the math is there. It might be closer than expected, but I don't think it's there in Colorado or Washington for that matter. But I think this is Republicans' likely best case scenario, and it is looking like it's very possible. Now, again, I'm either going to be totally right about this or totally wrong. But no matter what happens, I will be covering the election results and doing a recap video, likely coming out maybe Wednesday afternoon, if not definitely on Thursday, but there will be a recap video going over the elections. So, thank you so much for watching. Please remember to like the video and subscribe to the channel, and stay tuned for that recap video. Thank you so much, and I'll see you in the next one.